Hey guys, it's the Angry Canadian here, and if you're seeing this video, I am officially banned on Sora AI. um, I didn't actually intend to get banned on them, but yeah, like I just found out this morning that I was banned on Sora AI. So I'm gonna go to the facts, and I'm gonna just get to the facts. And if you see this on YouTube, it means I did not win the appeal because I did appeal this. So we'll go in to OpenAI. I got this email last night. It says, "Hello, OpenAI's terms and policies restrict the use of our services in a number of areas. We have identified activity in Sora that is not permitted under our policies for facilitating circumvention." Oh, that is weird. As a result of these violations, we are deactivating your access to Sora. If you have any questions or think there has been an error, you can reply to this email to initiate an appeal. So, I did exactly that. But I'm going to tell you guys what I wrote so that it was there. So I wrote down this, that I do my best to follow Sora's content guidelines, and I would never intentionally use methods that would facilitate circumventing your content guidelines. If the AI did something that violated your guidelines, which I was notified of, because you do get notified, I would do my best to find and correct what I believed offended the community guidelines. I was experimenting with my prompts and did not realize that some of my requests could have been interpreted as facilitating circumvention to bypass safeguards. I respect Sora's content policies, and if reinstated, I will double down on the prompts generated to ensure that I will not be mistaken for facilitating circumvention. Going forward, I will be stricter with content, and I will make sure that they are more in accordance with your content policies. So, I haven't heard anything yet from them. Um, I will be awaiting their response, so this is why this is not going up on YouTube. So, the type of content I would post on it were experimental, uh, and most of the time, what I would do is post stuff and make stuff that kind of blurred the lines to see what I was allowed and what I wasn't. And most of the time, I could actually understand why the guidelines flagged it. There were a few times that um, even I had to ask people why this was flagged. The biggest example was when I tried to get Donald Trump to release a secret spaghetti and meatballs recipe as a file, and the system did not like it. But the moment I changed it to Mark Cuban, it was fine, which signaled to me that that wasn't a. I think it was more the character of Trump that was the violation rather than what I put. And I think the other things I was doing was like testing the waters, seeing what I can and can't put. Especially when you could do the multiple at once. So what I would do is there'd be the odd time where the bot would flag one of the videos, which I thought was fine because two of them worked. And this was not me trying to facilitate anything. If I got three removes, I would have to heavily edit or look into why that was the case. Given the fact that obviously I got banned, they obviously, or a bot obviously, took it as facilitating circumvention. I would not intentionally facilitate a circumvention with them, as I'm trying to figure out, or was trying to figure out, what rules they had in place and what rules they had in store. I wasn't trying to intentionally flip around it, and I was not publicly posting on Sora or on any other platforms how to actually circumvent it. The only thing where I mentioned that was flagged was because the flag was absolutely ridiculous. I'm not going to mention other things that I posted because, again, those I could understand why they got flagged. Um, I would definitely say Sora is more strict than YouTube because I'm able to get away with a little bit more. But again, I would not encourage you contacting or emailing OpenAI about this. This is more between me and them. I will record a second part once I get a response from them. And if this isn't up on YouTube, well, that means I won the appeal. If I do, then I will post their side of the story with this video, and and I will explain their reason. Like, I will allow them to get their share of their story in, what they deemed my account to do, and if I get reinstated or not. Um, but yeah, like, but I won't go public until I hear their story, which might take a few days, a month, or something like that, or a few weeks. But if I am banned from Sora AI, that would most likely mean if I were to use AI, I'd probably have to use Meta or another AI source, which costs money. Sora is actually very generous with the amount you could post. That's one thing I'll give them credit for. I still have access to ChatGPT and all that because they're apparently run separately. But this is not my first rodeo with bans or takedowns. I did get a takedown from earlier on YouTube, which, again, I explained to them it was a satirical parody, wasn't meant to be taken seriously, and they actually agreed. I'm not expecting the same type of things with the Sora account, but unless I get an email from them that explicitly states, hey, yes, we might take down the account, but based on what you said, we'll allow you to create a new account or start fresh. I don't expect them to do that. I don't expect anything like that. But yeah, if you see this up on YouTube, I'm banned on Sora. For apparently facilitating circumvention, even though I never posted how to circumvent Sora because I know that's kind of stupid. I like people to figure it out for themselves, and yeah. The the only reason why I mentioned the Mark Cuban switch from Trump is because I literally asked people like, "Hey, what's wrong with this prompt?" and they couldn't find a reason. Like, even the moderators, I think, could not find a reason why I got banned for that or that video got taken down because there's nothing bad. One thing I will say is if I get back on Sora, I'm probably going to just have more wholesome content and not make really any experimental for an undefined period of time until I build a good enough repertoire with them to so that they can trust me enough to not blur the lines too much, because that's probably what happened. But we'll see. And yeah, this is part one of the video, and I will get back to you guys when I get a response from Sora. Take care. So it's been a few days, and I got the appeal verdict done from OpenAI, and they said, "Hello, thank you for appealing our decision to deactivate your account access. After carefully reviewing your account, we are upholding our decision to deactivate your access. We will no longer consider additional requests to appeal this case. Thank you for your understanding." So that basically means that Sora is now bloatware officially by OpenAI on my phone. So I went and deleted it, and honestly, at this point, I'm kind of screwed. I left the Reddit page of Sora, just saying goodbye to them because, I mean, there's nothing I can do with them anymore, and yeah, they officially did it. So I am officially banned on Sora. Um, we had some laughs and had some fun, but at this point, it's just, yeah. I didn't get banned from like the subreddit, but I did, like, I left the subreddit because just because, like, of all that. So I'm hoping that yeah. It sucks, but, like, honestly, dude, like, yeah. But yeah, like, apparently they thought I was still facilitating circumvention, and they got rid of my account. So yeah. And I can't reappeal or do that and all that. So yeah. Um, there's nothing else I can do. And well, maybe I should make a parody of this. But yeah, I mean, there was some fun. I think Sora had a great platform with in terms of like the free stuff. Like it's probably the best free wise. But in terms of like the the moderation and stuff like that was very finicky and all that. And honestly, they are not gonna consider additional appeals. So yeah, yep. So I'm officially banned on Sora.